It's a quick session live. Ooh, feels like spring out here. Feels like spring out here. Ooh, last night was a doozy, I guess. Everybody still talking about that Brittany Renner bullshit. That's what I'm talking about. Tropes and shit. Have learned from last night. Last night I saw something different. I was over at La Peace Network and after I got done streaming, I know Ty City had a stream. I was talking about his hairline days, but oh well. Man, it is what it was. And he had a stream about something. And that was it. And then I said to myself, I was watching Lapeef Network. They was talking about something, and then I took a couple of shots at them. Same people on the panel, right? And then I saw OJ Speaks came on there about 30 minutes later. He was on the panel talking about his experience, and shouts out to OG J Speed. Shouts out to him. He came in there and just said, "Hey, what y'all talking about?" Then I said to myself, I'm like, okay, he's on the leaf now. I was in the chat just listening to they little shit, and everybody was cammed up. They try to be like this TV show slash, I don't know, manosphere shit, whatever. That's the modern, because they fuck with KS, they fuck with that team. But there's some channels was snatched yesterday, or should I say takedowns. But I'll speak on that Monday on the advisors. I got some shots of those. It's just like I said last year. They ain't playing with this incel shit. When it's manosphere, what y'all caught, they gonna bust that up wide open. I know people are mad and they love it. It was good for 2 years. I want to tell you something, my side of it, what I seen from my lens. It was good for 2 years when it meant something, like 2 years ago, because at the time, I didn't think people was watching it like that. After that COVID shit, during COVID shit, they let it slide. But then after that, I think 2021, they was cracking down when everybody was trying to get outside again. But then this year it's the same thing. They're gonna do it again. This time they're doing it. It took them 2 years to get where they are now. Now they're right. I'm gonna talk Sunday. I'm gonna talk about something different. We gotta stop having those conversations. It's just like I said in the Thursday stream last night. I will write those shits down. Just give me some time this weekend on Saturday to get them jotted down. Because a matter of fact, this is gonna be the thing. When I do Sunday topics, I'm gonna try to write something down that's important. Start off in the week, and we'll talk about it. It's good conversations like that. So what we start doing, it's annoying. And I think Sunday topics should be like that. I want to pick some topics that I like and reference what we're talking about. The Rivet Mike series, I don't know what days I'm gonna do those. I'm gonna have to pick a series of doing those on a live stream. So I think I did two. That's gonna be a random stream. I was looking in my playlist folders and I said, man, what I need to talk about. I didn't want to bring back Sunday chills. Thought about that too. And I said, nah, I want to bring that back. Nobody was fucking with me on the Sunday chills. I mean, they was, but law live streams, but nah. I was trying to get away from that. Sunday Madness is what changed it. Sunday Madness is what changed it. That was a new series from now on in the daytime. The reason I did it because I can get more numbers that way. Because nobody streams on Sundays. A lot of people try to say they do, but they don't. They don't stream it religiously like that. No. I keep up with the metrics, and shouts out to Real Deal Financial for last night telling me about the analytics. I try to tell them just do your content, man. It'll come through. The numbers is up and down sometimes. It ain't like what it was years ago. They had the whole countries like in the green, that who's following you in the shade and all that, and then they switched it to blue. They got rid of that. Obvious reasons, psyop reasons. When we went down, these niggas came. So I heard a little something about Anchorman's shit got taken down. He get what he get, but I don't co-sign what he says. But I mean, it's fucked up. Most people say it's bad, but yeah, but he get what he get. I mean, you're attacking another YouTuber. They're not playing with you. Rules are rules. Now I know people gonna disagree, and that's cool. But I'm just saying, rules are rules. And you get off that shit. It ain't what it is. That creator shit, they own you. They're not playing with y'all. That's why you can't really say nothing on YouTube, really. That's why subliminals do work. That's why you dress them on a panel. That's the new style of confronting someone. But 9 out of 10, you still gonna throw shots. That ain't gonna solve nothing. You gotta actually square up. But I ain't trying to square up with these lame niggas like that. They're not even worth my time. They're a half-century old. They're miserable. Ain't got no lives. These niggas ain't worth the sweat of my bones, man. Especially people on YouTube. Can't take these dudes seriously. A lot of niggas get shook. They talk all this big shit, but they get shook in real life. I mean, realistically, I don't take these people seriously. That's why I'm not even mad about this whole little debacle. But I think the whole point is it's good, mature people resolve things. On the panel, if it does off air, that's cool. Some people chill it out. It's good that we solve issues. I mean, certain live streams do help, but why publicize? It ain't a beef. We just had a disagreement. And same with the Discord shit. I just don't fuck with certain people. I fuck with the guys I fuck with in my circle. I feel like we know each other since the start of my channels started growing content. Here's what it is. I mean, I think niggas got mad. They was trying to co-opt us so long. I never tell you my side of the story, why I thought about it. A lot of niggas was jealous, man. They jealous of Dre. They jealous of Cerulean, of course, because they've already done successful things. But to me, most people just hate Dre. They act like they love him, but they hate him. They ain't quit fronting. And they can't do nothing about it. Because they fake. And I'm learning about people. I can say, he's your boss. No, he's not. I'm my own shit. Dre got his own shit. He ain't worrying about me. We're our own individuals in this group. It's just we have different points of view, but we listen. He's the advisor. He gives advice. He just goes the way he goes. Niggas don't see that. Niggas don't see that. They say we're like a pecking order. There's no pecking order. The pecking order is the captain, myself, the advisor, us three, and then Juan G's. He's another advisor. He's like the vice advisor. He's like the pecking order. Us four doing content, and then you got your lieutenant, Gino Richardson, aka Chaos Hedgie, the one y'all love to hate. That's our pecking order. Everybody else just follow suit. A lot of people just don't like us because it's obvious. We're the main ones. People have angst, so it's going to happen. But it is what it is. But like I said before, I said again, I don't really care what people think. I just don't, especially on YouTube, because I've been around a long time, and I understand the feel that people got that angst towards you, us, or me. I'm used to that shit, man. Like even I broke off on certain platforms that I stopped being a panelist. I won't tell my story why being a panelist is not a good thing. And this is something to think about. And you gotta look at it from my perspective because when I did it for 2 years ago, 2 years ago, I did that for like 2 years ago. I actually did it for 2 years. Yeah. It was conducive, just not doing content. I did that like 2 years ago. It was cool until the fallouts. Then the fallouts came. There we are. We have these discussions. And even if it's long discussions, I mean the most live streams I've been on the first year when I start coming around in 2020, and even though I had content prior to that, was probably 4 hours. Probably 4 hours. It was 3 hours to 4 hours max over there. And then I said to myself, the most I ever had on a panel was like 5 hours. I've done that before on a woman's panel. And over time, but then when I start getting over to 6 to 7, 8 hours, that's over at Kudos, of course. That was last year. It was a little different, but I know he was a marathon streamer. Everybody was on the panels, and it was religiously when I had these type of headsets and this, but I didn't have this headset. I had a different one. I had the Turtle Beaches. Those were the good ones, and I still got those. But this is recent. I got this last year on the tail end because this is the time I had the microphone before I had this. I just use this for outside. But if I had the lavalier to talk to y'all, I'll be talking to y'all profusely what's going on. But I could have had a stream yards and talk to y'all out here on a cell phone. Yeah, on a cell phone. It would be that easy. Sit right over there and talk to y'all. And it is what it was. So you gotta look at that. And some people ain't gonna like looking at that all the time. But you gotta understand that's the type we're on. And that's how I was. I had a cell phone, headsets. That's why I was on panels on the third shift. If you watch all those old ones and from last year, you already know it was last year, stuck in last year. But this year I'm doing my own shit. Because last year when I did streams and I look back at them, I said, well, damn, I did good. What was the only difference? I was talking about that bullshit. I was trying to get away from it. But when I had those two guys, man, it was it. I know people was looking at past success and I know people are tired of me hearing it, but I'm just saying, for example, I've noticed some people don't like get their shit snatched. This is the year of when people get their shit snatched. And this is a careful year. March is one of them years you'd be like, all right, but people's talking about Brittany Renner. And I said to myself, I'm like, what's going on here? What's going on here? And I said to myself, why do this? Why come back in for the trouble? And I said to myself, I'm not really worried about getting fame off this shit. I'm just trying to get my content back up what it used to be, and then I come back and forth, whatever. Because once you stop streaming religiously, your views go up. I've done this before, and a lot of people ain't gonna like you when you're doing content right away. I've learned that about myself in this channel, and that's who I am. I think this channel and this personality fits very well. If I create another channel, I have to have a different persona, some shit, nowadays. Back then, you couldn't do that. Back then, I'm gonna tell you a secret about back then. Back then, you couldn't get away with the shit you see now. Back then, you had to be authentic. I did this shit when it was not popular. I did shit in certain topics that wasn't very popular. They want your ass gone. Now they want it, but here's the thing: you got to be fake as hell to get in. That's when they allow you with the bullshit. This is why you don't see me in high algorithms. This is what it is. People choose that. Yeah, once they start falling off, yeah, that's true, but it ain't always happen. You gotta understand, most people ain't shit. It's just the people. It's the audience and the fans. Me and my father had this discussion, and I was watching Tiki TV talking about the Lakers, of course. But one thing I hate about the whole franchise and their fan bases that are Kobe fans and LeBron fans, they damn near the same. The only thing I hate about them, they look at the player but not looking at the teams. Me and my dad had that discussion. That's one thing I respect about the Laker fans, the older Laker fans, people around my age quadrant, is they understand the game. That's a true Laker fan. The fake ass Lake Show Showtime Laker fans are the ones that worship players as idols. I hate idol worship. That's the fucking problem that I hate. That goes for any race. I don't like the fact that they're more important than the team. I mean, they do make the team, yes, what they are, but they're not the team. They make the team go around. And then you have that nice commodity. It's the whole team. But so when I look at that, I'm like, okay, why y'all giving this man bad time with the staff padding? I don't think he even cares. I don't think he's gonna get Kareem. But if he does get Kareem, he needs more. It is what it is. What's going on, Art? Salute. And they hate this guy so much. And I hear this a lot about LeBron on YouTube. They hate this guy. And I'm not a big LeBron fan. I don't give a shit, whatever. But when I respect about LeBron, he with his fanatics, the ones that don't like him, they call him LeBum, LeFraud. I done heard it all. I heard that shit when I was in the workplace. I heard this in the beginning of YouTube when he came in years ago. They gave this motherfucker hell. They gave LeBron hell. When he first came leading 03, I already knew what he was in those years. And then when YouTube came around, oh, they gave him hell. It took time. He got used to it. Once that internet and that fame, he went up there. So LeBron understand it. He ignores the shit out of him. He mastered that shit early. So prior to that, and now he's at the peak. So he really has nothing to prove at this point. So that chasing the ghost shit is dead. So he's actually stat padding his own greatness. So it don't really matter. I think me and Dre talked about this on several streams. So he's very pragmatic, man. He's a Capricorn. He breaks down people to a syllable. He's a DSEM cap, by the way. But LeBron doesn't really care. I think he really doesn't care. That team just said, fuck it, I'm done. If he was a regular player, then wouldn't he have any smoke for him? If he was a regular player, they wouldn't have any smoke for him. Exactly. I agree. That right there, I agree with that. Most people wouldn't have no smoke for him because number one, they would just they'll big him up like the most. But since he's from a small town, and I'm from a small town originally where I'm from in Tennessee, but I can relate to him. I'm not a big LeBron fan, but I'll tell you this: LeBron, the person, is alright. He's alright. He's a good businessman. I mean, y'all can say what y'all want him as a person, but as a player, I'm not big on him like that. But I hate to say it, statistically, he's better than Kobe. I'm not gonna lie to you. Kobe's a great player. I'm gonna say this in this stream. I preface to say this: Kobe is a great player. I don't care what y'all say. Oh, they stole the MVPs. It don't matter. He was great in practice. I get it, but he wasn't consistent at not winning those MVPs regular season. Even though Finals MVPs are more important than regular season MVPs. I think me and Dre talked about this, but Kobe wasn't good enough to win the season MVP. It's too much competition. I'm sorry, I'm not a Kobe Bryant fan either. I just tell you, you Kobe fans are the worst because y'all worse than LeBron fans. Y'all the same. Y'all can't make up your mind who's who. But Kobe, quiet as kept, is a great person outside of basketball. The problem is, rest in peace to him. Let the man die. He done lived his greatness. He got an Oscar. He was about to be great again. His excellence is better enough. You don't need a lot of MVPs to say you're a better person. You just don't. Look at Michael Jordan. Yeah, you own the Hornets, but you're not really doing anything. What's going on past the salute? You're not really doing anything. So when you look at Michael Jordan, that shit wither away. Yes, his fan base exists, but his shit wither away. I'm like, wait a minute. Much as I like Jordan as a player, but as a person, he is much of an asshole. I do really. Most people that met him, they say he's an asshole. Yeah, the player, he's great. Person, yes, he's a bit of an asshole. That's some Aquarius act like that sometimes. Not all of them are perfect. Some of them are decent, but you got your asshole types like Michael Jordan that has that money. It depends on how he was raised, though. Because I don't know what his parents are, zodiac sign wise, but I would say him in particular, I understand it because white folks was pushing him in Chicago so much. North Carolina, not so much. I mean, he respects North Carolina. He respects his home state, even though he's born in New York. He understands. But as a player, he was cerebral. I give him that. But as a person, yes, he's a bit of an asshole in the jersey. He will play his ass no matter what they were. I don't know why. And there's a lot of people can stand Michael Jordan. When I was a kid, nobody liked Michael Jordan as a player. As a person, he's all right. But he did argue with Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain could not fucking stand him. And I'll tell you for good reason. It was competitive in basketball and in person. He didn't like the dude. And that's who LeBron reminds me of. It's the Wilts of the world, Kobe's in the world that stat pad all day. If y'all like that type of basketball, that's great. But you also got to understand Michael was considered the Russells of the world. Problem with that is Mike should have had 8 championships. What's going on, G? Salute, salute. Yeah, I'll be at your stream tonight. But like I said, man, I look at it for what it is, man. Mike was that guy, man, at the time as a kid. But when Kobe came, he wasn't really much of a nobody. But Kobe proved himself. I give him this. He proved himself to be great when he understood the game. And he is a great player. I give him praise as a player. I'm not a big Kobe fan. I don't care for him that much. But to be respectful, he's the greatest Laker I've seen. Took a team and got 5 rings. Now, if LeBron does that, that's another feat. It's just a different strategy. If you compare the two, LeBron had the better stats and the accomplishments than Kobe. Kobe may have him in all areas, and that's the thing. What's going on, Supreme Elder, Mr. DJ Music? What's going on, man? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got a bot today. I'm talking about sports. Good, good. See, I'm in the clear. But when you talk about guys like Kobe, a lot of people nut ride him so much. Yeah, he's a great player, but the person, he's excellent, man. Like Michael Strahan said this after he died. All he said, and I like what he said in this interview, and this is around the time he died. This is 2 years ago. He said, just pure excellence. He said excellence. And the reason he said excellence, he strived to be excellent. That's Kobe Bryant. LeBron's different. He's business savvy. So Kobe is a Leo, want to lead the charge, the cusp of Leo and Virgo. So he's a good follower and a good leader. I don't believe in cusp. I believe he's more of a Leo. I think he's a Virgo. I think he's a good follower. I don't think he's like much of a leader. So they say his birthday's on the 23rd. I keep forgetting. Yeah, he's a Virgo. I wouldn't say he's a Leo. Leo's like on the 22nd. Yeah. He's on the 23rd or something like that. Yeah, he's a Virgo. He's a Virgo. He's Earth sign. It makes sense. And he gets the job done. LeBron's different. He's a leader, but LeBron's for a pragmatic leader. So what LeBron does, you see how he plays. That's LeBron James. But the hate on both players, versus Jordan, it's ridiculous. I mean, Jordan fans are delusional. There's no hate for Michael Jordan. Michael is kind of like Bill Russell in a way. They in that stratosphere. See, when you got Kobe and LeBron, you see Wilt Chamberlain, stat padding and shit. Because why you think they're high in stats? Think about it. Kobe was in scoring. You got other stats he was in high somewhere. LeBron's got other stats in the assists. It's ridiculous, man. Because when you look at that NBA stat tree list, you realize they stat padding, but the fans make it worse. And they said, "Fuck the team. If they go somewhere else, they go where LeBron goes." See, those are not real Laker fans. See, Laker fans gonna be shrinking real soon. LeBron did that on purpose. That fragmented the fan base. If Lakers kept winning championships, like what you say, Lake Show, like Kobe and Shaq and whoever, the Lakers would be a better team. Period. But the Lakers is not the team. What y'all say it is. They have a bunch of older guys. Like they try to blame it on Russell, Westbrook. Westbrook ain't the problem. It's them niggas are the problem. I was watching Ticket TVs and I was like, say, yeah, they're the problem. Morning, Mace, morning. Appreciate you. They're the problem. And I think the Lakers, they just not gonna win the championship. Grace thought if he does win one, if one of the teams do get hurt, like the Suns or whoever and the Warriors, he's gonna have to play his damnedest to be the best. But I don't think they're gonna make it this year. I don't believe it. They made no trades for Westbrook. Not that I've heard of. You know, the trades passed. So that means they keep Westbrook. So again, another problem in the NBA. So that means Milwaukee's going back again. So we don't know who's going to be number one. Chicago and Miami is still a good neck to neck team. I like Miami and Chicago, but Chicago is one of my favorite teams growing up. But I do like the Miami Heat because the days of Alonzo Mourning, Tim Hardaway, and all that stuff. But and Dwayne Wade, those are my teams too in the South. I don't care for the Hawks like that years ago. I didn't start liking them until early 2000s. I came in '07. I was already a Hawks fan. I should have a Hawks hat. But quiet as kept, the Hawks is kind of, it's tough. The East is tough. A lot of competition. But you got teams that's gonna come through. And when I look at today's society, people's worrying about Brittany Renners, worrying about bullshit. Sports is good too. I mean, it's a good distraction. But that war with the Ukrainians, let me tell you something. I didn't think it was gonna be this quick. Me and my father was talking about that. I said, Ukrainians, quiet as kept, as tough as nails. Yeah, they had Klitschko fighting everybody, and their leader is brave. So we're seeing Putin may die this year or next year coming up. He may die this year, and Russia will be in turmoil like the next 3 to 5 years. I said they still got nukes. They can't use no nukes. They're done. We fucked them up so bad with these agents, and Dre knows what I'm talking about. If you listen to Clouds, they already over there. That shit was already over when they fucked up, and Biden figured out if he cut down Germany's shit, if Germany went along with it, that'd have fucked us up. You know what they did though? You know what the Germans did though? They start telling on them motherfuckers. They start going to the Swiss banks, tell them, look, they're doing this and this and this, and Biden didn't have to do a damn thing, no problem. They get the results. They're gonna be in that light, man. So NATO didn't do shit. Just like I thought. NATO didn't do shit. NATO is just another sorry ass little organization of the West, and then they want to cry about shit, trying to say, well, we did something for the Ukrainians. No, you didn't. You didn't do shit. They spilled blood. They did all the work. You know who's gonna get paid? Ukraine. It's gonna be Ukrainians, and everybody else is part of that shit supporting them is gonna get paid. So you African idiot country motherfuckers in Africa are retarded as hell. Y'all ain't getting shit. And some African countries do not support Russia. That's in the northern Africa. I don't think they support Russia. But the rest of you, fuck you. You deserve what you get. And I don't fuck with neither side, Putin or Biden. I'm just saying. But Putin get what he get. Putin get what he get. You don't kill babies like that. I don't co-sign that. That's that totalitarian shit. I go in depth why his leadership is falling. I might use this picture to reference what I talk about totalitarianism and things like that, and just ask a question because he's everywhere. So we need to talk about that. We're gonna talk about it this Wednesday. I'm gonna schedule that shit too, and that's the last time I'm gonna talk about it too. Totalitarianism. It's part of political world systems. Communitarianism, I'm not gonna talk about again because that's a not an interesting topic because that's something I came up with. But if they want that conversation, I will have to get some books and research on that or some links. What's the criticism of communitarianism? I gotta have some links for that. I try to do one that's similar to utilitarianism. I gotta see that. But I found a link that I like. They said you're not a communitarian like that. It is what it is, man. You do what you got to do to see what time it is. But I've been watching France 24 last night, this morning. Watch other news sections like DW. They shut down RT with their monetization. They ain't playing. So it's getting bad out here. So yes, he's a sociopath that's crazy and deranged. Now he wants to kill all the oligarchs. See, oligarchs don't have no power. When they say the word oligarchs, they just they talking out their ass. He's his own oligarch. Putin is. They scared of that motherfucker. Why are you scared of a man that you created? See, that's why I don't take these motherfuckers seriously. Certain military people know what I'm talking about. We take them serious because they do the job, man. Yeah, they show leadership. When they get into politics, somebody got to show that bloodshed spirit. But the majority of leaders ain't really built like that. So politics, you gotta be well balanced and you gotta show strength. It's two things. Can't be dumb. You gotta be well balanced. That's what the military is and police is. And you gotta know your shit. They just don't want no dummies and grunts. They want killers. They want efficient killers. Let me rephrase that. Efficient killers. That's what builds the military. And they always say what? War of patrician. Yeah, it's true. War of patrician. And it is what it is, man. Like it's just like anything. Sports is the same thing. You know, it's in a arena like the Roman Empire, like we kill each other. You put that military, that's that test, that super soldier, super athlete, get what you get. Athleticism matters in everything. Military, sports, all that shit. But you gotta be well rounded. Politics is a number one sport to be well rounded. Yeah, you be tongue jousting certain people, but you understand what's going on. So as a black man seeing this shit, that's important to talk about because the nuclear Holocaust talks or the nuclear talks, whatever you want to call it, tactical weapons. And then you got your goofy shit. I I saw an article. What's his name? Joy Mayer or whatever her name is from The View. She fall and face plant. I saw an article. They was talking about that shit. Why is that important? But that was part of the current event. I don't think that's relevant to the topic. But these people's weird, bro. And then they just highlight the Russian shit in the corner somewhere. They don't want you to talk about it. And here's the funny thing: they said Ukraine is charged for war crimes for showing pictures. Those civilians took those pictures, not the military. A lot of people said they can't beat that. That's bullshit. They're gonna beat that because they got Joe Biden. They do shit like that. And the Russians don't even care. Quiet as kept, they don't even care. They surrender, man. That ain't even a war, man. A lot of people say he's gonna nuke everybody. He ain't gonna do shit. No. We beat him in the stealth game. What I tell you about the CIA and the government? They got him. He tapped out before it even started. Biden need that money. Once they take Putin down, they're gonna get his information with the Edward Snowden shit and Trump. Mark my words, Trump, Edward Snowden, they're done. Dropping off like a before heading into a meeting. All right, What's going on, Toya? The ultimate tutorer. The ultimate one. Yeah, that totalitarianism comes to an end. He had it for a long, long time, since I'll say the 90s and above. He's been around a long, long time. Just like the whole totalitarianism structure, because we don't know how long his rule was. And now, short term, it was great all those years, but then long term, if you add 20 plus years, you're out of there. Now it's like France back in the day in the 18th century. I was telling my story. I was telling my stories with my pops about France, right? They killed and they used guillotines on them nobles that were oligarchs, right? As soon as they start fucking up the country's money and shit, they put their ass on the fucking guillotine, on the stake. That's why they killed them. They started killing them first and then kill everybody else that had sympathized with them. They sympathize with them. It happens all the time. France still do it all the time. That's why they're not bothered by it. Other countries did it before too. All of them did it. They learned that from the French. That's why I like France 24. France 24 love this bullshit. Quiet as kept. They love this bullshit. That network and the whole country, they love that bullshit. And they show that type of barbarism to people. So what you have is you have that type of content and context of people. So when you're talking about the military, you talk about countries and you travel, and shouts to the brothers that did travel and been part of the military, they have a bird's eye view. This is why I respect them so much, highly, than anybody else. So even in these spaces, they bring value. So that whole Ukraine and Russia shit, see, I'm in my politics bag right now. I don't care about the other shit. Cause that shit's dead. Let's get out of that incel sphere. Fuck them incels. All them niggas that talk about manosphere, they're a bunch of incels to me. That's all they are. Bunch of losers. They bring that bullshit, they getting bounced off the panel. I don't play that shit. I don't need y'all incels on my shit. I have enough of y'all in the future. When I talk about politics, I might not start having open panels again, like on Thursday. I might keep it closed. They want me to drop the link, have a discussion, we can do that. But Sundays, that's when I have the open discussions. I'm gonna start doing that from now on because the new Thursday stream, Thursday Thrills is open discussion as well. But the new Thursday, I don't think I'm gonna drop the panel at all. I'm just gonna just talk for like hours, show you screenshots, and then move on. And cut the stream about like short. It's not gonna be a long one. And I ain't doing no damn marathons either. Cause I'm not playing this year. But if they ask for one, I ask for one. So I'm doing something totally different. But catch me on Sundays. But independent thinking series is another. That's an open discussion as well. You can do those. But when it comes to the new Thursday ones I'm about to do with the news and report on screenshots, I'm going to screenshot a specific stream for Thursdays, right? Use that screenshot, the title, and go back to the same screenshot and get a couple of screenshots from that topic. And I'm just going to drop it. But the ones I'm going to show y'all for Monday, I'm going to clear all that Tuesday. You'd be surprised. I'll clear all that Tuesday. You know why? Because there's no need. And the ones I'm going to use, yeah. You'd be surprised, man. You'd be surprised. Got in store for y'all because that Thursday, I'm going to look at topics that are ridiculous and redundant. And I'll have a list of paper just talked about it. And then I'll probably screenshots the super chats. How dumb these people follow. I'm going after they people that follow them. And a lot of people say, you ain't supposed to do that. Stop bullshit right there. And then I go with the ones that found this ridiculous. And if they want that discussion, that person, I'll drop the link for them. It's only that person. I want nobody trying to help him in a windmill. I tell them, get out of here with that. Because you know how niggas do. They see a link, they act crazy. That's why we don't drop links in our chats like that. Certain villains on the villain sphere don't even do that. They question niggas because that ambush over at Court Jester, what he did. Mr. Muppet, motherfucker. But fuck that nigga, man. But you know, it is what it is. It's still fuck you over here. He ain't welcome over here. It was good until that bullshit, that purge shit kind of divided us. So it divided certain groups. I'm gonna explain why it did. It didn't really help. It actually divides certain people because they were idol worshippers. I'm gonna mention that Sunday. That's what kills certain spaces like these. It creates more idol worship. That's why you got a lot of echo chambers and shit. So what you see is what you see is now, and then you get people's shit gets snatched. Like they should be, because they should stop talking about that individual. He's got a team protecting him. And if it's a trademark that ain't your trademark, you gotta be careful with that too. I said they try to silence him. It don't matter. They want you gone, man. It's a lot of things people don't understand, man. This world is not your friend. You gotta stop with the bullshit. You just got to grow up, man, because a lot of people ain't gonna like you long term. A lot of people say they playing games. No, they're not. They're not playing games. If they don't like your ass, they want your ass off YouTube. Ain't nobody playing games. I saw that bullshit message he wrote. How can you write that? You say you built. You ain't built but nothing but bullshit. You still haven't paid Char Willie and things like that. What's going on, new? You still haven't apologized to Ruby and everybody else and Jay Shine and everybody else. Nigga, you didn't do shit. And that goes for you and the rest of them niggas in 2.0 host space. Shouts out to the legendary wacky world of O said. You niggas ain't shit, bruh. All y'all do is talk about the same old shit. I told you KS was a whole plant for like what 2 years. I tell this to people all the time. He was a plant. And guess who created him? It was you. And shouts out to Jay Shine and Cerulean admitted that they allowed this shit to happen. And I think Dre was telling me about that off-air conversation. He told me they admitted that creation. So Dre wasn't responsible. I wasn't responsible. Y'all niggas were responsible for creating them. He was part of that little order as a plant. But the whole point was he took it and ran with it. And here's the secret. He had a team. He has a team to take your shit down. I told you about Taz, right? Taz did a stream on his ass, and they took one of his streams. It was by a KS team, and they said harassment and bullying. Harassment and bullying. Harassment and bullying. That's some crazy shit. They took his shit down for that? I forget what the topic was. I saw the screenshot. When I saw that shit that Gino sent me, I said, my God, man. But see, they're not playing. They was doing that last month. Now this month is takedown season. I call it takedown month. So be careful in March. That's why they call it in the basketball March Madness, right? Be careful. Be careful what you wish for. Talk all this bullshit all you want to. Coming for that head. Y'all gotta understand something. Motherfuckers can't say what you want to say. Like they've been cracking down these spaces for years, and you know what's so funny though? A lot of people's moving different, and they go in other places like Rumble and things like that. It's good places to go. Well, on YouTube, you already know it's not freedom of speech. Shout out to Soul and Black for saying that, and it's true. But once you're dealing with that trademark, the copyrights, and the money and all that, you're already out of there. He said he got his own LLC, and apparently he don't. Someone else owned it before him. A lot of that's paperwork. And who gets it first? Lawyers ain't doing shit because the lawyers can lose that case. They can be like, "What the fuck? What's going on, Dick Thug?" And you gotta look at that, man. Like I knew it was coming, but I didn't think it was gonna be that quick. I said, "God damn, March just started." Well, today's the 4th, but March 3rd, yeah, yeah, man. March is what it is. So, like I said, and like I said again, when you talk about certain individuals, man, they're gonna come after you, man. It's just what it is. A lot of people don't do content, they stay out the way. That's cool. But when you look at individuals like that, that's already gotten into millions, he's protected hard body. I know Ty City's going in trying to say that nigga should not be protected. He's done, fam. Ty was talking about his hairline shit, but Iron saying, he got to tell that story. But I was watching Lapeef Network when they had OG J Speed. That's some hilarious shit, man. It was cool. It was a good stream. But them up there looking bland as hell with their little mics and shit. I said, but you got to be cammed up there. Yeah, they trying to be on TV. That's that crowd. It's a mixture of black and mainstream manosphere. I saw a woman named Just J over there. She's familiar. It's a lot of people over there familiar. It's just like what I see is what I get. A lot of people just gonna choose who they gonna ride with. But niggas gonna get mad every day. They get mad all the time. It is what it is. Some people get mad all the time, man. They said that nigga's outside. I'm always outside, nigga. For now, and then after I turn this off, I'm going outside on the street down the road, give me something to eat, shop a little bit, and then take my ass right on back. But I'm gonna be outside the spring and the summer. I want to see what downtown is like this year. Or they got mask mandates or whatever. I won't bring it with me because everybody's got those mandates. He got the mask mandates. You know what I'm saying? I got these vests. I got the vests. I'm wear this with t-shirt. Y'all gonna see that. They said, that nigga wearing a vest. It's like my jacket. Whew, something white in the sky. I don't know if y'all can see it. Let's see. Some shit like that. Yeah, it's probably too much sunlight beaming. There's something white in the sky. I don't know if that's a signal or some shit. Woo! Yeah, I'm out here today. It's a little gusty and wind, but after I turn this off, I will be outside. Go P! What's going on, Go P? Long time no see. Go P! Yeah, man. It's awful. A lot of people's stuff getting taken down. This is takedown season, man. It's ain't nothing to play with in the spring. Called spring madness. But you know what's so funny? Daylight savings time It's going to be early. Oh, I froze up. Oh shit. Hold on. Back at it again. Yeah, it froze up. He was on his phone, but I'm about to get a new one in the future. Yeah, it's a 4G. I might have to get a 5G. I don't know which one I'll get. I'm gonna get a Pixel. Might get a Pixel so I can work better with this YouTube. Might have to get you know, things like that. But I think when to stop doing phones was Apple and Google fight spot. Damn, I already got 9 likes on this thing. Shouts out to y'all. See, I don't ask for no likes. I'm the only person on YouTube that do these streams don't ask for likes. I really don't care. And that's a good thing about me as a content creator. Y'all gonna love the most because that's what I'm gonna be in the spring. I'm gonna talk about my sports and politics more than I do this nigga shit because I don't take these dudes seriously, bro. Like one thing about people getting flagged, I know what that feels like 10 years ago. That's awful. You say shit like I was saying, my shit, what I was saying back then was not popular. Now it's popular back in the day. It was popular back in the day because it wasn't really that much. But what you see now is what you see today. So yeah, there's something wrong with the. Let me check my shit. So yeah, it wasn't even much popular. So one thing I learned about being this type of content creator, it took practice, but that April, man, I'm enjoying doing it now. But now I'm seeing I'm getting the gear that I needed and the pre-records I'm gonna do. I'm getting 2 interfaces. I'm gonna get one next month. I just found out that PodTrack is compatible with my shit, so I gotta get pieces for it now. Like I said last year, I was getting pieces of my equipment, and it is what it is. That's the easy part. The hard part is maintaining that audience. Let's say, a lot of people say you can add music. Yeah, I'm gonna pick some music that I'm gonna pick. It has to be no lyrics though, because YouTube's on that bullshit. Make sure it's not copyrighted. I'm not gonna argue with them about that because music is kind of a hassle. I got to pick something that ain't been copywritten. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not easy. That's why I don't like the music scene on YouTube. You get rid of that guy, you already know. He's fucking up your website. It's like Def Jam. If it goes the way of Def Jam, you know YouTube's not gonna last. It'll be a small entity or something. You'll see content creators, you won't see real content that goes somewhere else. This is just a hassle to keep up. I think Marquise Brownlee broke that down yesterday, and I saw that shit too. He was trying to say people gonna listen who they listen to. I know people got tired of me talking, so that's why they left. That's why they ain't come back down the other shit. But yeah, man, that's all I gotta say, man. But it's just a quick session. It's a decent stream. It's like 54 minutes. I ain't gonna do this like an hour or whatever, because I know it's 11:47 right now. Shouts out to everybody. New coming in. Go P as usual. What's going on, Go P? Dick Thug. Appreciate you. Toya the Ultimate Tutorer. Come through. Mace himself. Go check out Mace, y'all. Pastor himself. Supreme Elder. And then you got Art. Appreciate you coming through. Y'all check him out tonight. And then Juan G's, of course. Our fellow villains. All hail Gray Skull in the building. So yeah, I'm doing too much when I'm moving. So with that, on say peace and shalom to y'all. I'll catch y'all. This is coming up Sunday, Saturday. I may not do a vlog stream. Just gonna leave it be. I'm just gonna chill and work and make sure my equipment gets here. And I'll see y'all Sunday. Oh hell, Great Skull. I'm out.